Gotta ask you a hot topic pertaining to you and Sean. It's kind of funny actually, but Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios is now an eliminator for the WBC, an eliminator to the eliminator. I'm not exactly sure how you can have multiple eliminators for the WBC title. What did you think when you first heard that news?
I didn't think much about it. I know this is boxing. And if anybody hasn't figured this out yet, people are watching this, and the people who are, the people who are watching this and the people who are asking these questions, if you guys haven't figured this out yet, this ain't what you think it is. So when you see stuff happening and you think you know what's going on, you really have no clue what's really going on. That's a prime example of that. Maybe you'd ask the people that are in charge of that why they need to get paid 3, 4, or 5 times for the same title eliminator. You know, we already fought 2 title eliminators for the same belt. Okay? That makes no sense within itself, but you know, we did that because we wanted to secure that spot. And then, you know, this type of thing happens, which I have no thoughts on it except, you know, I know that, you know, what you guys think you're watching. There's a little message there. What you think you're watching is not what you're actually watching.
Yeah.
Think about that part of it. But, you know, we can only do what we can do. What I tell my fighters, which I've always told them, you got to make sure that you're in shape, mentally, physically, emotionally, nutritionally, that you're near your weight. Now, I'm not asking anybody to walk around within 2 pounds of their fight weight, but a reasonable amount of weight that you can handle getting off and not stressing your body out. So when that call comes, or when that situation happens that it's time for you to be prepared to fight, you're prepared to fight. What happens to most of these guys, which none of that information is relayed to them, and not only is it not relayed to them, but it never came from the right source or come to them the right way, like, you know, in a way that they can really understand. And so they continue to do the same thing and they get the same results, and then they look up and they find out, wow, I thought, no, it's not what you thought. But I was going to, no, you're not going to. You're going to take whatever they give you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
You know.
There's no concern at all, because I'm not going to lie, when I first heard the news myself, I initially thought, uh-oh, it seems like WBC or somebody is trying to potentially set up Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter, or the winner of Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios versus Sean Porter, instead of Sean Porter getting a crack at Keith Thurman.
Of course, first and foremost, fighting the 2 title eliminators put us in position to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, at this point in time, is, you know, coming back from an injury. Keith Thurman also, you know, got married. Congratulations. That is who we want. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. That's, you know, whatever else they decide to do after that is something that we're going to have to deal with, and that's what I call the fight before the fight. That's the fight before the fight. So we'll have to deal with that. Is there concern? Not over what I can't control. Only when it's time to deal with it, then will I express my opinion on it at that point in time. But I fully understand where you're coming from with that, and we just have to wait and see what happens here. You may want to ask those guys if there's any individuals here today, you know, what's going on with that. But yeah, it really doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make sense at all.